Because yeah, it really, I mean, that's what I said initially, that it feels like something should have reacted to this cogitator here working. If I just use Pasqal. Oh, okay. Static. Can we talk to Abel? I don't... Huh? Aha. What do you think happened to the ship? Maybe that helps. An epiphany, followed by doubt, followed by debate, followed by judgment. No, a lack of judgment. Abel's speech becomes fragmentary. A contradiction, a dilemma resulting in antagonism. A conflict. And there was a conflict here. Aha. We had to talk to Abel to piece all the information together. Which is weird, but hey. Now everything is clear. A battle was fought here, and during preparations for it, Amarnat declared the Observatorium off limits. Even to fellow servants of the Omnissiah, the Explorators. It was an internal conflict, and he expected his erstwhile tech comrades to become his enemies. Cause of the schism. Can we now enter? Oh, that is so weird. Okay, we cleared it up, but I gotta say, weird programming. That you not only have to unblock the cogitator, which should be the only thing that matters, but you have to talk to Abel to reflect on what happened here, to then be able to unblock the lift. Oh well. Pasqal, unblock the lift. Hypothesis. As soon as the lift is going up to the observatorium is operational, we will be attacked. The deck guard will activate and attack us, requesting confirmation of readiness for combat. Are we ready for combat? Let me rephrase that. Cassia, remove your sunglasses. Pasqal enunciates solemnly, accompanying each word with binary commands. As at first pronouncement, this unit declares that no security threat to the High Observatorium is present. As its second pronouncement, this unit orders the operation of the lift system to be restored. As the third pronouncement, this unit confides in the authorization to issue that order. An intricate, monumental, and piercing binary aria pours from Pasqal's vox, encoded in signals assume human's authority to give orders in the ship. The servitor stares at Pasqal with visored eyes, and bows his head awkwardly. Regalia identified. I greet the venerable Magos and will execute the order presently. Lift system activated. Alarm sound. The servitor's last words are drowned out by a hurrying screech that rolls across the deck as several shrill voices wail, "Security perimeter breach for the Omnissiah." Yay. And now they activate again. Can't we just like hop into the elevator and just go upwards? Apparently not. Wait, who said we make a suitable sacrifice? At least those... At least it's just the Skitari. And not the tribesman. Alrighty. I just dislike that we're so far off. But hey, what are you gonna do about it? Go Ulfar, and off we go. I don't really know where to put a zone, to be honest. Of course, everything just seems very far away. You know what?
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
Why not? Death
I'll
zone?
make it happen.
Cassia.
On it.
I hope she can walk far enough to actually hit
I'll
someone.
see to it personally.
Yeah,
Who if not me?
Yeah.
That is foolishness.
Huh? I mean, we can hit 3 people. I would say that sounds...
I have read
like a success.
tomes of military
I
tactics.
take her. Okay, press the
Me?
advantage.
If you insist, Lord
At least
Captain.
34. Here we go. Neat. And once more.
If I may.
It is so nice with the voice of command to get such insane stat boosts and then do Navigator stuff. Love it. Okay, if I go here... How about I just attack you? Come on, hit! Wait. And hey, we don't even need the Inquisitor's decree.
Accept your lot.
Here we go, Cassia. Here we have just one, here we have several. That's okay. Maybe here? No, I think 3 is the best we can do.
Step aside.
Let's use that.
The Navigator is coming.
I mean, we can do several attacks, so...
I am a
I won't
navigator,
fret.
not a servitor.
Nope.
Isn't this a job for the servants?
What's more, I also don't really get this... I mean, if I point at the screen, it's not very helpful for you. Do you see, like... because this is kinda... You can't go there. I was very confused with this kinda, like, curving around that cable. But that makes sense.
I'm not accustomed to witness the fury of House Orcelio.
Neat. And we even have full momentum again. Let's take care of you.
If I may.
And what's more?
Me. Another foe painted black.
And what's more?
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And hey!
I'm not
While we're at
accustomed
it.
to try to die with grace, at least.
And our turn, because then we get a bonus turn, because someone got a bonus turn. And it's just you left. With that I can
am
deal.
a navigator, not a servitor.
No. We have to press the advantage
Me?
first.
If you insist, Lord Captain, do not dare ask.
No line of sight, let's change
Battlefields
that.
are always drowned.
One turn basically, still Edward's turn. Nice. Okay, off into the elevator.
I always keep my options
And
open.
let's find out what secrets are here. Secrets are buried in this weird station. Wait. A lot of people. Brass Whisper Disciple, Brass Whisper Disciple. And full Inquisition, and full Inquisition is also here. Lots of servitors. I don't see Amarnat. And I wonder what this thing here is. Just looks like a giant coil. I'd say let's see a Cassia once.
I'm watching
and then
your back.
let's find out.
Always.
Oh, Heinrix. That was really such a cute romance. Really didn't expect that. Here we go. Damn, I have to read. Who could have expected that? The face of the tech priest standing opposite, hidden behind a brass mask. Rather than being one piece, it is assembled from fragments of many augmatics. You've met this man before. He's called Brass Whisper, a member of Lord Inquisitor's Carcass's retinue. Oh, true! I just didn't remember. That was the one we met in Act 3. There you are, Tech Brother. Brass Whisper's voice is raspy and punctuated. His gaze turned toward Pasqal. The salutatory procedure will be performed, and the identification code verified at the priority request has been executed. Tell me where the blessed Amarnat is. Pasqal's voice clanks like steel. Did they already kill him? And why is the Inquisition here? A cracked chuckle comes from behind the mask. You still don't understand. You are from Carcass's retinue. Does he have anything to do with this? Marginally. He used to play a major part in the story. Not anymore. This meeting is held upon my initiative. Brass Whisper surveys the Inquisition soldiers and warriors of the Omnissiah standing motionless. That said, I'm still under the protection of the Lord Inquisitor and the Cognizance Fleet. Keep that in mind. Uh-huh. You know, locals spoke of a ghost without a face. Did they mean you? Response, affirmative. In order to move the Hermetico out of the procession of the damned, we had to disturb the pitiful locals. So, what the heck is going on here? We intended to discontinue the cycle. Is that not obvious? There's a note of sarcasm in Brass Whisper's croaking voice. I'm not really sure if I want the cycle to be discontinued. Speak, or we'll rip out your memories out along with the Ferrum Sanctum implanted on your brain. Pasqal enunciated each word as he activates his drilling mechadendrite. What do you know of Amarnat? Kekasa having his fingers in everything. Literally, right? The hollow, pained laughter from behind the brass mask is amplified by its echo. I know everything. Wow. Thank you for being helpful. What a dick. What a mechanical dick. We are looking for Archmagus Amarnat, and we want answers. Looking? How absurd. You lack the very concept of what you are looking for, layman. You expect to find a man, and Amarnat never was one. He was never one person. Ooh. Is it a collective? Or just like a fictional person and lots of people took on the mantle of pretending to be Amarnat? And that's why we kind of found Amarnat in Act 2. In the Electro-Priest Sanctum. That was one Amarnat maybe. The Amarnat Collective was created by a group of tech priests who renounced individuality and merged into a hive mind. A mind that reasoned algorithmically, but was guided by the principles and convictions of a righteous spirit. A superego that brought them one step closer to the Omnissiah. Ah, that's awfully close to artificial intelligence, my friend. You are looking for Archmagus Amarnat, you say? Something clicks inside Brass Whisper's mask, and his voice becomes louder and harsher, as if coated in liquid metal. He has been by your side all this time. The statement is false. The hypothesis is without merit. Brass Whisper interrupts him with a forceful shout. As the cycle coils in multitudinous loops, it intersects with itself. And locks us in a cage... Wrong voice. Locks us in a cage of data vows. Pasqal shudders as if struck by the motive force itself. So, a hive mind which can like possess others? Is that why they have the same identifier? Is Pasqal part of this hive mind and just didn't know that? Huh. Pasqal shudders as if struck by the motive force itself. Mechadendrites rise like steel wings behind his shoulders. The voice from his vox speaker takes on an otherworldly profundity and power. And therefore, the cycle must be continued. Pasqal, what is going on? Pasqal turns his gaze to you. Oh boy, are we going to fight him? His pupils burning bright with celestial fire. A single word escapes from his vox. Restoration. Cognitive reconstruction mechanism activated, the memories awakening inside you. Brass Whisper's shaken by a violent coughing fit. Then he shouts ferociously, Remember! The Amarnat Collective was designed to be a philosopher and a researcher. The concepts he produced were so powerful that they almost destroyed the Cognizance fleet. But then he faced an unsolvable dilemma, and that was when Amarnat came apart. The 7 constituent servants of the Omnissiah hid their own memories from themselves behind false personas and were sent off to various parts of the Koronus Expanse. They went into hiding. Each had to live in solitude for many decades, accumulating observations and eventually bringing the experience to reunited Amarnat who would tackle the dilemma once more. That would be the restoration. That still doesn't explain anything about what happened on the ship. But oh boy, and Pasqal is part of that? That's a really, really crazy and cool backstory. If it's true, if they're not trying to lead him astray. Sorrow echoes in Pasqal's inhuman voice. 211 Terran years. It was such a long time ago. And it sounds like he's remembering that. Your companion looks overwhelmed and pensive. So, the tech priests of the name Human are all parts of Amarnat. And that's why they have the same identifier. Yes, 6 mental keynotes. Demence was paranoia. After the separation, he sensed that his memory was a web of lies, and that feeling drove him to the depths of madness. Tarsus was faith, fiery and unyielding. Axiomantha was logic, unclouded by emotion or valued judgments. How much is left of Amarnat then? Because I mean, Tarsus was killed by us and kind of turned on himself, right? Like one part of the Amarnat tried to kill another one. Abel, oh, true, Abel Hunuman. Abel was a good twin, imagination. He did not know his past just like the others, but he felt more than they did. He was always different. That was why he was the first to get close to the restoration. One of the first. Pasqal was judgment, the moderator of the cognitive process, the one who makes the decision. And who doesn't listen to our orders. Pasqal's voice rises to the vault of the observatorium and rumbles beneath it like thunder. The true name of Brass Whisper. And Nile. The brass mask starts to unlock with a hissing sound. The augmetics bend back, revealing a face disfigured by burns. A woman's face with a pair of darkly radiant, vibrant eyes. Skepticism, the one who doubts. Curious. But do we really want a hive mind? It sounds like lots of control and, I mean, yeah, no more individuality. That doesn't sound like a nice future. Did Amarnat believe he could form again? That plan sounds risky. The restoration was statistically calculated on a level beyond your comprehension, layman. Monkey. Why is everyone so goddamn arrogant? Billions of variables were taken into account. Countless scenarios went into the development of optimal strategies. Two Amarnat units meeting each other was an inevitable certainty. The matching identifiers were to be a spark that would start a chain reaction. And that was precisely what happened. But I mean, two of the Amarnats died. Did you calculate that? A ringing brittleness enters Pasqal's voice. We were motivated by the prefect stimuli. Curiosity, anxiety, shame. Each part of us was hostage to the legend of betrayal it had committed, for suffering drove us to search and strive. What was the dilemma Amarnat faced? Is that connected to this ship here? It's falling apart? Or, because we know Amarnat was a ship of our void ship under Theodora, maybe that was the dilemma. Whatever the tech blight thingy was. Its name was Astartes, the secret of the right of putting machine spirit to death, a technology embodying the discontinuing of the cycle. Was it meant to exist? Or was it the acme of profanity against the Omnissiah and his creation? It sounds pretty much against the Omnissiah to kill machine spirits. Pasqal continues Brass Whisper's speech in a lofty tone. Astartes was a perfect weapon against creations of the Omnissiah that had been corrupted by enemies, but also against his faithful servants. Its spread could bring victory to the Imperium, or it could destroy it. Astartes could spell the end of the Adeptus Mechanicus, for it was the perfect answer to the power wielded by the cult of the Machine God. Was it a blessing, or a curse? And is Astartes the tech blight we heard about, or are those different things? There was no answer. Protraction was unacceptable, and so a way was found to shelf the issue. Procrastination. Niall gives a raspy sigh. And I found the answer. Astartes should not exist. We will correct our mistake. So, what is Astartes? The power of machine negation, a new spheric signal that interrupts any and all life created by the Omnissiah. And is that what happened on this ship? But then again, we had some surviving tech priests. Doesn't add up. Maybe because they were in a different section? A green flash runs along the crack in Pasqal's respirator, and the power that I used to tap into unconsciously. Ah, always this green flickering. They seem more like manipulation, right? Shared knowledge lay dormant inside the mind of every Amarnat unit. You tried to decrypt the other Inhuman's neurocogitators, did you not? But to no avail. It was you who created the cipher that locked Amarnat's memory. Insane. I'm surprised that Pasqal is just like taking it and like, oh, okay. But I guess it's because of the unlocking of memories. You are the maimed hunter. You tried to kill the other Inhumans. Because of the answer? Because she wants to destroy that code. Maybe. Because it wouldn't make any sense for one Amarnat unit to destroy the others, right? They want to remerge. This statement is true. I was admitted into the Lord Inquisitor's retinue and authorized to study a dangerous artifact taken from Amarnat. I tried to exert some kind of influence on me, but my data vows protected me. Niall Newman touches her scarred face. A short circuit awakened some of my memories. I conducted an analysis, solved the Astartes dilemma, and began to act. My agents all but terminated Tarsus, but he hit on an armor of martyrdom and insanity. An attempt to intercept Pasqal on Alter Templon Calixtus X-17 failed because Abel had summoned him. The assassins caught up to him at the Rickard Minoris starport, but he was able to escape again. Another group went after Abel, only to perish at an Electro-Priest monastery. So we were able to save those two, at least. You dispatched Dements, who had lapsed into heresy. Axiomantha simply disappeared until she suddenly turned up dead and you fit this too. I have no idea how she managed to hide from me. Idiots! Carcosa was harboring Axiomanthia the whole time. She was working for him. I am registering a lie. The Lord Inquisitor shared my conviction that Amarnat's legacy had to be destroyed. Yeah, sure. The Lord Inquisitor is very open and not playing on several sides. He was summoned to the Koronus Expanse by loyal members of the Cognizance fleet in order to dispose Amarnat. It was his troops that attacked the Hermetico in an attempt to obliterate our schismatic creation. So that was how you got on board of the ship and into the observatorium, Nihil. Our traitorous tech comrades gave Carcosa the access codes to the bridge, and he gave them to you. Acute conviction vibrates in Pascal's voice as he makes the quiet statements of fact. He's not asking questions, he is passing judgment. You were deceived, sister. Carcosa appropriated our work. We continued our research, no longer bound by the omniscience canon, and you enabled him by destroying those who could return and reclaim his bloody prize. The world ender he's working on. So yeah, as expected, the weapon Carcosa's working on is something like a tech blight, just destroying all machine spirits. I mean, they could render anyone completely powerless. I mean, it would just destroy void ships, right? Lies. Something you have not heard before creeps into Niall's voice, a note of fear. Yeah. You thought you held all cards in your hands, but then there was Carcosa. You betrayed your sisters and brothers. Such an act is unforgivable. With a mixture of pain and pride, Brass Whisper replies, I thought Nihil. We all chose the path of martyrdom. I merely helped them reach the supreme goal at the end of that path. You murdered them. It's still the same. Na's voice, now it's Nihil again, is imperiously metallic. Tech brother, I offer you the chance to yield peacefully to a fate that will please the Omnisire. Do not resist determination, and you will pass into oblivion as my friend and fellow believer. Why does it have to be her surviving? I mean, even if she is like, we want to destroy that weapon, fair, I would actually kind of agree with that based on what I know. Why doesn't she just ask Pasqal to join her and Abel? I don't get that. And also cool that we actually kept Abel alive. That seems to have quite some impact. Pascal's reply sweeps Niall's words away like a gust of wind. His optical visor turns a blinding blue. No, tech sister. Refraining from resistance was never our way. I am an explorator, a reconnoitrer of knowledge. I have brought fire to 100 worlds. I've gleaned 1,000 secrets in the darkness. I am an agent of unbridled will. I will not yield to oblivion, for oblivion itself fears me. Second option. If anyone cares to hear a rogue trader's opinion on the matter, but I know Pascal, he won't listen to us anyway, right? I just hope he will agree to destroy that weapon. Let's see. And Edward smiles at Nihil. This is my companion, Pascal Newman, and you made a mistake in meddling with him. You wanted me to awaken, tech sister. Here I am, holding you to account. Nihil's disfigured lips twists, and seed of dismay sprout in her voice. I lured you here for a reason, Pascal. I wanted you to see what our followers had become. This is what deviation from dogma ends in. Breach of canon begets ignorance. Ignorance begets blasphemy. All we did was breed corruption, schism. Remember what they came to dispose us. We resisted them and destroyed the ship, a sacred relic, an Arc Mechanicus older than our priesthood itself. Yeah, they destroyed it. Here in this hall, we released Astartes and allowed an unconsignable heresy to happen. Do you remember? Do you remember how you got your cleft jaw? They destroyed the ship with the tech light. Pascal looks thoughtful as he touches the crack running across his armored respirator. A green spark runs through the deep gash left by an enemy's weapon in the metal. And it sufficed for you to merely show up the Expanse again for Schism to rear its head once more. The Cognizance fleet is already being torn apart for fratricidal war. Is this what we wanted? Let us finish this. Let us discontinue the cycle. Now the words of the one who was once called herself Brass Whisper sounds more like a plea. I'm still not really sure what the cycle is. It seems to be multiple things. The voice that answers her is no human voice. It could belong to Giant Void Shipper or Forge World, if they could speak. You violated procedure, skepticism. You usurp the function of another. You challenge only. You do not make decisions. I do. She was just supposed to be skeptical. Weird. That sounds like a very weird way of splitting personality into like decision, skepticism, logic. Anyway. You must not fight. We're surrounded by enemies. Enough blood has been shed. I mean, you're part of the same thing, right? I rasp a sigh and gives Pascal a look of despair. The decision is his to make. And I have made it. And as usual, Pascal doesn't care at all about our input. They're a bit annoying as a companion. A little bit. Like, you can't even... Like, never. If you oppose him, he's just like, I will do it anyway. No check, no nothing. Which I guess makes sense if decision is his thing. But still. Pascal extends the Mechadendrite toward Nihil, and it's just nice to influence, right? Toward Nihil and pronounces, Tech sister, my judgment of you and your actions is one of condemnation. Tampering with procedure is unacceptable. Sabotaging the experiment is apostasy. For your betrayal, your vital functions will be terminated in the name of the Messiah of discontinuing. Greenish pulse of energy is born inside Pascal's automatics and darts toward Nihil like a furious lightning bolt. Because it really makes you feel like more like a bystander in this questline, because like in all the other questlines we could always do decisions, right? Or also push people into certain directions, like get, I don't know, Cassia to stand up more for herself and be more sociable, or like Heinrix and Argenta to soften. Oh well. The green energy entangles Nile like a net, burning her true flesh, draining the life force from ergomatics and mechanical components. But she focuses her will and strikes back at Pasqal with a pulse of her own. The rattling voice, no longer human, rages and roars like a forest fire. I refuse to recognize you as the Messiah. I do not believe in you. And that is your problem. You always have been too skeptical.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
You dare cross the faithful?
And just to voice that explicitly, that is disappointing. I don't have any chance to influence this whole thing. I can't even say like, okay, Pasqal, if you want to attack her, that's your thing. We have to go through with that. That is disappointing. Anyway. And I think that also contributes a little bit why Pasqal is definitely not my favorite companion. Anyway, let's do this fight. And let's see how this whole thing is going to end. If we can do a decision, or not. Okay, Cassia, do your thing.
I'll make it happen.
We need to do something else. Let's make this here the front line. And the kill zone.
On it.
And let's go, Cassia.
I'll make it happen.
Go here. It doesn't really get better. Go here. I think we should just stand still. Great.
Isn't this
Let's
a
hurt
job
ourselves.
for the serfs?
Press the
I'm
advantage.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
And have a look. Here we go.
As duty demands.
Nice. I'd say full momentum. Why doesn't it hurt those two? It should hurt them. The barrier's gone.
How dare you?
Why are you immune to that? The warp? Soulless? Grants immunity to warp damage at perils of the warp. How mean! Damn Inquisition people. Okay, we will take care of you later. First things first, let's give Cassia another turn.
Perfect moment.
But we finally found some opponents for Cassia. People immune to warp damage. Let's say looking good. A little bit closer. This. Okay.
Me?
Set ourselves again.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Press
If
the
I may.
advantage. Also interesting, hurting ourselves even for favor decreases momentum. Good to know. I think like this we have everyone in there.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Painted black.
And do this again.
I'm not
Yo.
accustomed to.
It's so weird that we have so many people immune to warp damage. How dare they?
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
What's happening? Did you just regenerate? I hate it. Let's just try this
Isn't
again.
this a job for the serfs?
I do this all day.
I am a navigator, not
Oh well,
a
1
servitor.
AP more. Then I get another bonus
If I
turn.
may.
Go. And I don't even need to press the advantage. But hey,
Isn't this
we
a
can do
job
this.
for the serfs?
So we do that. Here we go.
Me?
I am kind of sorry. I would love to talk with you, but the game doesn't allow that. I would say let's let Ulfar take care of the rest of the people. go. And Glimpse of Fate. And another turn for you.
I'll paint your death in colors.
Cool. How far does this fire thing reach? Go here. Aha! I can get all of them inside. Have it.
Fame-hungry cow.
More fire. Happy Ethan. And we rush to you.
So shall it be.
Then we shoot the right guy.
I will
And then we rush to them.
out of your bones.
It's so funny. At first when I played,
Play.
what was this class called again? An Arc Militant. It was not that fun. But now that I know how it works, it is really fun.
Our foes reek of cowardice.
Alright, Juniper, have a nice, for you it's afternoon probably, right? Enjoy it, have a nice day, and hope to see you again soon. This game still looks so difficult, is it? But it's really pretty, I like the style. The world is really amazing, like the lore is really cool. You have to be up for lots of reading, but I don't know. I would say it's definitely one of the more complicated games. It's less complex than Wrath of the Righteous. So I think the rules are easy to get. Building your characters can take quite some time because you have to look at like lots of talents. But you can also play it like in easy mode or something. Okay, I can't get closer, which is a little sad.
Do this better than a warrior.
We're just going to use run and gun. And I mean, once you know like good combinations of skills, those are the skills you're using. I mean, same for me. Okay, if we get a little bit close. Ha, like this.
I hunger for the scent of slaughter. Is the scent of a duty fulfilled. My
Let's go for the
instincts
steady
tell
superiority.
me to refuse.
Go here, and we try to burn this guy.
I challenge you, damn get.
Can we do something else? Wildfire.
Wolves reign.
And more fire.
See how the
And that's it. Alright, Cassia, you can destroy this
I am a
saboteur.
navigator. Try to die with grace, at least.
Oh, true. We're still on Edward's turn. So maybe we can finish this here. Does anything deal more damage? I don't think so. Here we go.
I'll see to it personally.
Oh, do it! Ah, sad. Yrliet, it's your turn.
I move swiftly to strike.